and welcome to the Global Business Group, where we aim to unlock the potential of international business, providing unique local business solutions internationally. We specialize in business advisory, import and export opportunities, market entry, investments, and funding to help you achieve your business goals. Now, let's get into today's Business Day.
Thank you everyone. So let me just quickly introduce my guest of the day, Vaibhav Rane and Manish Jain. So Vaibhav and Manish comes from industry with a huge finance experience, working with the companies in India and abroad at senior positions as CFOs and finance directors. So these people, they have managed the compliances side of the business always, as in managing the customers and vendor side of it. That calls basically into a cash flow management and collections. They've also done a lot of vendor verifications and customer verifications during their journey for last 20 plus years, 25 years, in fact, we can call it now, in the business as well as in the corporates. So which provoked them to start their own entity, which will help the larger and smaller companies who wants to work in India, or the Indian entities who wants to work abroad, to bring them a bridge in the form of providing them a quality verification services, where someone who wants to get their vendors and their customers verified in their respective countries, they can take support of credible finance people who not only understand the financial jargons of the business, but they can also understand the compliances part of it and the legal part of it. So it's a brief introduction. I leave the floor for Vaibhav and Manish to take over from here. Over to you guys. Floor is all yours.
Thank you. Thanks, Sachin, for this warm welcome. And thanks, GBG Group, for giving us this opportunity to connect with you guys and the teams. I'll just share you the presentation. So, see, basically, as you can see that we are working for the export and import risk collections solutions. And typically post COVID crisis, where the global sourcing has shifted from China to most of the other countries. And based on that, where we are providing the collection solutions and debt reduction solution to the corporates in India, we also come up with the global product called Global Exim Risk Collection Solutions, risks and collection solutions. Considering the more global supply chains has changed from China to India as well as some other southeastern countries, we have actually designed this product. And this product is basically to protect the importer and exporter to avoid any risk of not getting the import goods from the exporter, or the same way importer is not getting his payments back from the exporters. Uh, Typically, in this case, we have customized the entire solution based on the export and import entire trade management. Here, what we basically consider is understand and assess the export and import partner. Whenever you want to deal with any export and importer partner, based on your business deal, based on your first time buyer or recurring buyer, or there is a mass procurement decided from your importer or exporter, at that time we can help you to assess your corresponding partner, whether he's a bit importer or exporter. We design this assessment based on the your deal and the need. We conduct online and offline surveys and digital credit assessment to your global partner, where it gives you assurance of his presence, his delivery, his financial capabilities, whether he has any local compliances issues, or whether he has any defaulted historically to some of the exporter or importer into his nature of business. And this credit worthiness help importer or exporter to take a decision whether he should conduct the business before committing any payments or orders to the respective party. Based on the deal, we design the checklist based on the country, based on the industry, based on the product. we will define and will collect the data set which will be helpful for the respective importer and exporter. uh, More than that, rather than only generating this checklist based feedback of your importer and exporter, we typically also visit to the respective local party into his local country, India as well, and overseas also, where we have a pan global network. And all this report has will be have a access to the respective importer and exporter once they log this inquiry to our system and our digital platform. Now, we'd like to throw some light on the foreign exporter risk. Currently, because of the global supply chain shift, most of the corporates and the individual importer and exporters are started attempting to identify new exporters or importer from the neighboring country or other countries, which is also resulting and increasing the risk of non-credit worthiness of importer, where exporter intend to buy something or import something from the uh, importer. However, importer don't have the credit worthiness. Sometimes the fake address which is used by the importers, where there is a requirement has been given, the importer credit assessment. So basically, what type of credit worthiness importer has, what type of bank LC authentication can be done? Because nowadays you must have observed there is a fake LC also routed to the market. Another issue is the bank LC is that there is no any authorization or authentication possible with the respective Asian banks, where we also assist you to validate and verify the LC which is issued by the importer. Then we understand and validate the importer country, and verify the rejections quality on importer goods when he's shipping out for the exporter. In we also assess in case of any payment defaulted to the exporter from the importer, so that we can meet up or discuss the issues and collect the dues from the importer. In case of any customer account reconciliation, where there is a the shipment has been split between multiple dispatches, and there is a cause of concern in terms of invoicing or accounting reconciliations or payment disputes and other thing, or result into any forex deductions or any forex fluctuation impact to the entire deal, we also come from the finance background, so we reconcile and settle these differences among the exporters and importers. Post delivery, post shipments, and other everything, we also get into a negotiation, deductions, and settlement. So we try to cover the overall end to end trade assurance, not only the payment, but we also try to give assurance from the how you are identify the importers. Sometimes in need base, we also give us the respective country importing laws and regulation which is required to be maintained by the exporter while importing something from the uh, importer. This is just a brief on the risk of the foreign exporter where we would like to import something. uh, there are also these similar worries, and the risk is from the importers also, because he is not aware about the exporter worthiness. Exporter has requested importer to sell the goods or ship the goods. However, if it's a new importer, then there is a risk for the importers also, that export factories and dispatch address verification, where what we ensure that whenever there is a order has been booked prior to shipment, our local Assure Alexa representative will visit the factory. He will verify the dispatch address which is mentioned to the importers. Then export credit and local market assessment. Sometimes you need a local rates verification to create a efficiency in negotiation, so we can collect the local rates also, the goods what you want to import from the exporters. We validate the exporter compliance and certification assessment prior to the material or the shipment shift from the export location. We collect the exporter's company entire details, his local compliances, to give you the assurance that your entire deal is in the safe hand. Verification of quantity and quality as per the trade deal get verified and validated by our local partner, so that post shipment or arrival at the port there should not be any dispute or any consequences or any complaint from the importer. So these are the large type of risk what we want to address during our solutions. Why you should collect, consider Alexa during your export and import trade deals. We have a global professional consultant network. We have the capabilities to export import organization assessments locally, reliability and credit checks executed by us. Excellent business and negotiation skill sets. If you want to deal with some of the exporter importer behalf of you into respective country, we can also participate behalf of you, so that you will get the local assurance. We understand the global processes of the import export billing and how to mitigate the risk for the export and import trades, and give you the revenue assurance experiences to avoid any leakages and the loss of revenue during entire trade practice. Uh, how we operate? So these are the from the import. We work both the ways, depends on the need of the our client. So if you are importer, Alexa will act as a importer side. If you are exporter, Alexa will work as a exporter side. I already given you the overview in the first two slides on that how we operate. This is the overall any inquiry flow is there. So you can submit your export import inquiry to the Alexa team. Alexa local team, respective country will get assessment of this your deal, and exam cell will manage all this requirement based on your deal, give you the suggestions and conduct the reliability check for your importer and exporter, and the reporting and the details will be submitted to the customer who has been requested this inquiry. Alexa has been formed in 2020 and it's now growing. Currently, we are working. These are uh, the leadership team of Alexa. You can very well see Sachin, who is also one of our board member. Manish, who has worked in globally, and Mr. Narendra Vaidya. Narendra Vaidya, he is also global Airtel veteran who has worked with the Airtel. Legal side, Yash take the leadership, and from Middle East style, Dakshitula is there to represent us. These are our global and domestic line in India. We work for 3M. We work with Experian, who are the global credit agency. We are assisting them to recover and give them assurance services in India and abroad. So I think Sachin, my 15 minutes is over. So these are our world map and the India presence. I think we should open for question answer session.
Thank you, Vaibhav and Manish. Team, over to you. Any questions which Vaibhav and Manish can specifically answer for the transactions? Then we are there. Here there.
Hello, I just want to ask Mr. Whereby about the retain. Do you charge a retainer fee every month for the service?
See, basically the fee is depends on how you want to hook up our services. Because if you have a recurring business, we can work out the solution and the fees based on your requirement. If it's a once in a year, then we will have a order based charging. If it's a recurring work, then we can design the services and we will be flexible in charging on monthly recurring fee. Hope that clarify your question.
Sure, thanks.
So David, so basically they are also open for joint collaboration with the GBG network, because you will have your customers who wants to do a verification in India. So Vaibhav and Manish and myself, we work together. So what we can do is we can always collaborate, and the fees what we need to charge from your customers, we can exchange the margins to you. So if you have something, we have a revenue sharing agreement, we can do it. So in that case, what happens, you bring in a customer, they directly pay to us, so your involvement is not seen there. and we pay back, we reverse the commission, whatever it belongs to you, we pay back to you. So that kind of a business model also you can look at, and project the services there in your country so that people, they can look for credible people in India for exchanging some of these requirements.
Okay. Thanks
Yeah.
for answering the question.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that's open for everyone. So whoever wants to have a joint collaboration with Alexa partners for some of these services, we can do a back-to-back contracts pricing. You can decide and you can pay a pricing to Alexa, or you can ask us to add your margins, and then you can sell that pricing, and then we pay back those pricings to you. So that is how we can. And India is the market which is catching up very fast. The last year we closed at $500 billion non-IT exports. So, and this year government is trying another 100 billion to add on the kitty. So huge imports and huge exports are happening. With China itself, the imports have come up to a level of 125 billion. So we can expect more imports and exports happening, and more people coming up, more scamsters coming up, more fake importers and exporters coming up. So mind it that Alexa partner comes very handy to understand about the due diligence of those importers and exporters and help you out. We can look for banks, we can look for vendors, we can look their financial statements, we can do physical check. Somebody can go physically check, meet them, make them understand that, you know, we are representing you, and then that's how we can build a relationship and see how we can do it. If someone is
Dirk needs to mute.
Duck, it's you. Yeah, it was you, Duck. Duck, you have to unmute. I muted because I think there was a background from your end.
Yes.
Yeah, it's from you. No. You have to exit and come back again. Okay. Yeah. So
Yes, I saw a global coverage of the different countries. Are you organized in branches, local branches, or connections with particular kinds of offices like lawyers or accounting offices, or how are you organized in this case?
So basically, we are connecting with the local offices, accounting offices. We are open for everyone, because right questions what Manuela you asked. You know, most of our customer, because Exim is one of our vertical. We also has collection vertical, and most of the accounting offices manage the collections or debt for their customers. So they are the our ideal connect in your local country and abroad also. Whereas indicated by Sachin, you can be our representative connecting with the local accounting offices or CFO services or CFO offices in within your country, whom you will be representing Alexa in your country, and we will be working behalf of it in our country or any other country. Likewise, the way you guys manage the global GBG group as well.
So, Manuela, I have to add one point. Sorry, Weber. So, as he said, the collection agency. So, we have collection agencies across the globe who are helping us out for the payments which is stuck for our exporters. Now, in that, these agencies also have verification services because they have those customer and vendor verification services. So, we engage with them and get that verification done. A similar way for them, if anything comes to India, we help them out. They charge a standard fee, maybe a $90, $100, $120 based on the location it belongs to. And we can, on top of it, add our margins and sell it. You can route it through us. We can always give you services in any part of the world through our collecting agents, and then they will give the similar kind of services. So that's what it is. Okay. Dirk, you wanted to talk? You had some query. You have to unmute. You have to unmute.
maybe he wants to write the question. If you,
No, it's still the same. Doug is still the same.
yeah, write your question and
Write your question.
yeah, write your question and we will be more than happy to read it for you. Other questions come in the meantime? Something that you would like to add maybe, or that our guest today wants to add, maybe something it was not discussed enough or explained enough because of timing?
There are a couple of Jasek. Okay, go ahead, Jasek.
Maybe one question. How is your business developing? Because you have 2 years of your experience, yes, in terms of customers or maybe the business you serve. Can you tell us a few words about it? How is your business developing?
So hi, so this is Manish Jain. So primarily we have started working on business to business debt collection. And as we have got some good customer from India, like those are the multinational and national customer both. So like if we'll say we are working with a company called 3M. So 3M has got a presence across world, and we are taking care of their debt collection business in India. Similarly, we have got other companies where they have got presence out of India as well as in India. So the business growth is very good since last 2 years because we are providing a very niche services which is called a debt collection from all defaulters. So with this, with this line of business, we have seen opportunities which Vaibhav has already explained. Okay, in terms of credit verification for importer of exporter. So as we are working in India for these companies, we have got uh, some leads out of India. So we have got one lead where we have involved our GBG partner in Spain. Similarly, we've got some leads in Middle East and some are in US. So the kind of business we are in, we are getting leads and it is going great. In terms of expansion.
Jasek, so the customers currently, so we, I think Manish missed out one point. We launched these verification services 2 months before.
Yes.
And currently, the collection services are prime product which we have been successfully running. All these customers are Indian customers, which are also MNC companies who are working in India. So what offering Alexa can give to you is where you can actually look for some of your clients whose money is stuck in India or elsewhere. That would be a very good premium services you can offer to them, which can be collected because all is commission based, a percentage of recovery. If let's say somebody's $100,000 or euros are stuck, we can charge as low as 15% and can go high as high as 30%. And that sharing can be done between you and Alexa partners. So look for those as one customer, and then verification services starts from $100, can go up to $200, $300 also. That's how it works. Okay, I have a question from Dirk. Vaibhav, this question is for you. It says that is there a quick verification services, a deep verification? So what he means is that what type of services we have, which says that what kind of verifications we can do.
Sure. Thanks, Doug, for this good question. So typically, the deep and the quick. Quick is depends on the quickly visiting his offices, understand his existence at the respective communicated address, and the assurance to any importer and assurance that the party is a genuine and he presents there. Okay, and the deep services will include his credit worthiness, visit to his local offices, collect his local references, collect his local feedbacks to ensure that he hold a credit worthiness, he has the capability to deliver your product or make the payment once you place the order. And it is supported with not only with the physical visit, it also supported with the documentary evidences like financial verifications, credit exposures, his manufacturing facilities, or the local known by these guys whether he's a genuine guy. So I think this is the differentiation which I can make out based on your question.
And legal
Sachin, you
cases
want to-
also. Yeah, legal. So if any party has got legal cases on them, that verification also done. And there is one which services we generally don't talk about is the forensic services, wherein if you have challenges to really understand about a customer and customer is skip trace, so we can actually extend a forensic services where we can do a drill services, we can call it. It's further than the deep diving, so we can actually go back to check some of his relatives and his wives or families and other stuffs, and also we can figure out what is going around with that business before either before you start a business or you're stuck with him, so then we can bring out that information and give it to you. So this is the third service which is further deep, but that's
Yeah.
generally we don't talk about because those are not very open services.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just want to give one example. I think that will clarify you how we operate. So recently we got a communication from the Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, where one of the pharma importer placed the order in India for some pharma components and the products. And it's a listed company who is India, who is operating and placed the order. They got the Tanzanian importer got this references with one of his local importer stating that this supplier or exporter is very good and well known and he supplies on time. Unfortunately, based on the his local feedback in Tanzania, this importer in Tanzania placed the order in India, and this exporter is a registered pharma manufacturer in India who is actually stock listed organization. Over a period of 6 months, unfortunately, exporter could not deliver these services despite of payment has been made on 100% advance. In event of this, what happens? They stopped this order, the importer, and started claiming the refund to this exporter in India. And the entire trade value is less than $50,000. So if they want to chase also from Tanzania here or send someone also, that is not feasible. So now we are representing them in India to go to this exporter, understand the legalities, understand the documentation. We obtain the authority letter from the Tanzanian importer that give us the authority to deal with you, with your exporter behalf of you. We collected all informations like invoices, trade deals, emails, and everything, and agreements. And now every week we are visiting the respective exporter office, dealing with their finance and sales team, and trying to resolve this issue and collect these dollars, $50,000 from this exporter because they are failed to deliver this. However, last 6 months they are not responding their calls, they were not responding to their emails, and unfortunately the importer has lost his advance payment. Neither he got the money nor he got the material, and then he also got penalized with his local market procure guys also, the hospitals and other thing who has penalized them. So I think
Thank you, Vaibhav.
this is one of the
Yeah.
observations. Recent case we are working after this call. We have a call with Tanzania importer also to how to protect his future business, where we can give him assurance for other pharma manufacturer before he make any payment to them, and we'll ensure that he get the right delivery and with the right quality of the products.
Thank
Over
you.
to
Thank you,
Sachin.
Vaibhav. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you very much for coming in today. We just overshoot. Over to you, Manuela, and we can conclude the meeting today. Thank you.
Yes, we conclude the meeting now, and I remind that this presentation will be on our YouTube channel very, very soon, as all the others before. So do not hesitate to review, revise, re-listen to the different details and characteristics explained during this business day. I remind that all the information about the Global Business Group are available on our website. And we also have a WhatsApp group, an open WhatsApp group, where some opportunities are also uploaded sometimes. Just be careful in considering the opportunities, because we do not manage these particular deals. So for the moment, we are reaching the end of our meeting. We conclude our business day, and thank you everybody for joining us today.
Thanks for joining in. We'll see you at the same time next week. In the meantime, be sure to check out our website, www.globalbusiness.group. The Global Business Group, making international business easy.